You're insane. Don't forget that part, Draho.
Oh
Feel
yeah,
better?
Not at all.
No?
we worked that
That's what
insanity
makes it-
thing. I didn't really like
Oh,
what I
well.
got
I don't
because it
need my
didn't make
ears.
sense. So we re-rolled it and got something way more interesting.
But we are live.
Hi.
So, welcome again to another Scape Games Presents a 5th edition Home Brew based in the Forgotten Realms and specifically throughout the region of the Vast, with Ravens Bluff, the fabled city of adventurers, as our party's home base. The Arachnophobia crew invites you to join our sessions live on Wednesdays at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern Time. Come in, comment, heckle, and use channel points to affect the outcomes of the game. For those watching this after the fact, make sure to like, subscribe, rumble, whatever is appropriate for the medium you found us on. And of course, if you're subscribed here on Twitch, we very much do appreciate that support. With that quick intro out of the way, who'd like to get us kicked off with what happened last session?
First of all, lovely brand new intro.
Trying.
That was
I would just
very
like to say that if you're going to use channel points, make sure that it's to mess with Draho.
That's almost exclusively what we keep them for.
Because Draho will mess up your rerolls.
I only roll well when it's completely insignificant to the plot.
So anyway, let's see what happened last time. We finished our long rest. Some of us leveled up. But do you think all of us leveled up?
Yeah, but I didn't apply it, so I was doing insufficient damage.
We went into a big old throne room and fought some big old flaming skulls. Then we checked out that big old throne with a big old amethyst, and then we kind of caught some big old poison gas. And took a big old fall, and then fought some not so big old vampires.
One of them got
One
away,
of which
but
got away. And then we found some big old treasure.
That you did. And of course, that ended off with the insanity runes, so that should come into play starting today.
oh yes, Draho became insane because he stared into the abyss when everyone else looked away because he wasn't sure what he was looking at. That's what you want to call it?
Well, a official insanity.
Yeah. This one has no mechanical application, but I'm required to remember to play it.
That is true. I have added that to your character sheet. It is at the top of your abilities area.
Now,
Why is it an ability?
Because it's hilarious like that.
It's not an
just to
ability.
clarify too, we
It's
saw
your
the
ability
whole
to roleplay.
just. Just so we're clear. Did any of us see his eyes go all inky black and then normal again?
Well,
I
let's
was
everybody
behind
give me,
everyone, so probably not.
let's everybody give me perception checks, and we'll take a peek at that.
First roll right off the bat.
Nobody get a good score. It's funnier.
Well, it might be funny if I get it.
Did that double roll? It did.
16.
No, one of them was
What was-
mine. One was yeah.
No, I definitely did not notice. Which I guess is fair since I barely made my roll to save.
Let's see,
Sure you don't want a
Saki,
dark one?
Kibble, Nivara, Ark already did. Kai?
Sure you don't want to Dark One's luck this
Guy is
time?
coming. He is fighting
there.
Fantasy Grounds.
Fight that fantasy grounds. Well, so
Fight that
far,
good fight.
Draho noticed that he did it.
have noticed. Draho is not.
Also, does anybody know what that was?
No, because it didn't affect any of us.
Well, well,
Arcana
no, but
can
like,
give you
would
some insight into that.
okay. Well, let me Arcana just for fun.
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't know magic well enough to understand this. So.
With a 20, you would know that that was some form of ancient and powerful mind magic. What it specifically affects, you're unsure of.
Can't affect
And I
what know.
roll Arcana to see if I know what happened to me.
Yeah, sure, why not?
I mean, it won't affect. I still won't understand the insanity. Ooh.
Crazy.
That was a 19 on the die.
Yep, so you absolutely know that it was some ancient mind-affecting thing, but given your current state, you don't think that it actually did anything to you.
Now, I'm 100% sure it didn't affect me.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, too, that's just Draho. That's just the ego at work.
But, I mean, now that I know that is, I don't know who has been affected.
All right.
Oh, boy.
So, given that I have an idea of what that was, I'm going to look around and ask everybody if they're all right.
Whoop.
Nobody got any brain scrambling, or everybody's
Oh no,
okay.
that wasn't very complex mind magic. It didn't affect me.
Nope.
So you're saying those that made it noticed that Draho is different?
Correct. Would have noticed the black kind of iris out and then wink away.
Oh. I'm like, well,
Did
Draho
I see?
Draho there kind of went all blackout on us.
No, I didn't.
Sure.
Wait. I can tell this. Draho. Draho are awesome. Oh, he didn't immediately complain. Kill him.
I don't know why you keep thinking that. See, this is the problem with this insanity. I've got to actually stop and think about how Draho would respond to that statement because of this.
Draho are awesome. Well, what is there to argue about this? What are their debates?
If nothing else, Draho will double down on his racism to the extreme. Drow are scum that need to be wiped from this planet before they infect others.
He's fine, guys.
So,
what would you guys like to do?
Probably
it's gonna be hard to keep up with. I'm not gonna lie.
We already dealt with the trigger, so there's a stairway, right?
There is.
Stairway going down and 2 doors.
Are the doors blue?
They are.
Okay, so then the stairway.
All right. Well, before we go any further, I want to send my owl down to scout up what's ahead of us.
Okay. So, having your owl kind of follow the stairway down, it leads him through several arching and descending twists and turns. Gets a bit out of your range.
Okay. So it's just like one continuous staircase twisting down?
So think staircase down to kind of a landing that goes through multiple tunnels with multiple other staircases.
Okay, so we leave the stairwell and go onto a tunnel. Which direction does it go?
You've been kind of stuck inside this. Do you have any particular sort of skill or feat for direction sense?
No.
So sky's really the limit then.
Okay.
When you I know the rest of us don't know this
Just in
information
relation to
yet.
this map, which way does it go?
From the attic, you would feel that it's once you get down, it moves out into kind of a southward direction, then moves east, then more stairs down, new landing, starts going left, then north.
Okay.
Left, then north.
Yep.
Left, then north. I was just about to say, left is one of the cardinal directions now.
It is, absolutely.
All right, well, I guess we can't get any useful intel. Arik, would you like to
Yes, please.
go ahead? And I'll follow directly behind since I have super dark vision.
Okay.
You can also, like, you could keep.
Actually, as Ark's about ready to go, Draho's going to put a hand on his shoulder. You don't want to go first. I've got to go first.
No, I really.
Draho will try to push you behind him to go first.
I'm gonna insight check this. $14. Would this be persuasion on his part?
There's
More of a role
I'll tell
play
you right
situation,
now.
so it depends on how you want to feel that 14 affects your insight as Ark.
You know what? Go ahead. Out of morbid curiosity.
what? What do you mean?
I'm letting you go.
What does everyone else? Who? What does the group think? Who thinks who should go first?
Well, clearly you want to
Whoa.
go first, so
Whoa,
go ahead.
whoa. Since when do you ask the group what they think? Like, we
I
tell
just
you
want to
anyway.
know.
What do you
I
ask?
just want to know who everyone thinks should go first. Let's settle this with a vote.
Oh, God, he's not human democracy. He's definitely off.
So, is it a spiral staircase or just a regular set of stairs?
The first set is a spiral, then it moves into landing, turn, turn, regular set of stairs, landing, turn, turn.
So, are Draho and Ark like right next to each other at this level of that staircase?
Yeah, I was about
Yeah.
to go, and then Draho was like, no. Allow me.
And Art insisted on going, so now I want to know what everyone else thinks.
He's asking us for group opinion. I'm not sure I trust this.
You know what? If he goes first, and something ambushes us from the front, that means he's going to be the first to get hit. I say we let him go.
I'm okay with this. To be fair, you will see slightly better than me in the dark.
Katie, I sent you something.
Just don't get in the way. And
So, you guys.
Yeah.
So you're okay with me going first?
Sure.
Well, then you're going first. I'm not going first.
This is gonna get real weird real fast.
And about this time, you guys realize that Misaki is not there.
Of course not.
Did she box? Did she box us?
She did.
Okay. All right. Well, she'll catch up, I guess. Let's go. And I hold out.
There's only one way for her to go, so.
Mm-hmm.
And I hold out the Mace of Disruption because it does shine 30 feet bright, 30 feet dim.
All right.
So
So,
Ark is going first?
Yeah, apparently.
Alright, well then I'm going to
Draho
shove
has to be
past
the-
Draho and follow Ark.
all right. So, following the stairwell down, it leads you through that kind of plethora of twists, turns, and stairwells. Finally, after what feels like roughly an hour's long walk, you see a ladder up to another sewer grate. Given the length of the tunnel, you'd surmise you've probably gone down a good 10 to 15 stories in the building.
Oh. Okay. Go ahead.
Alright, let's go ahead and scout that sewer grate as well.
Okay.
I'm just gonna nudge it and see if it is like locked or fixed in place.
Hold that thought.
Well, the sewer
One more.
grate's at the top of a ladder, right? Or did I misunderstand that?
You are correct.
Okay.
So does it really move up?
Verifying where Misaki went really quick.
Oh,
Sorry. Yeah, I'm just now seeing that and reading it. Tokens on the Twitch, what's showing.
Oh, yes. Kaizen is Draho, and Draho is Kaizen.
Yeah.
wait, what?
Oh,
All set.
I see. Yeah.
What? Oh, gotcha.
Where's
I thought you meant I didn't have my character. I'm like, no, I'm playing Draho.
It's the body stand for kingdom. No. Okay. Let me know when you're ready to talk about the grate.
Oh, never mind my question. I just reread it.
I'm waiting for everyone else to do something.
Yeah, no, I had my question. I'm just waiting for it to be answered.
Oh, yeah. I'm sitting waiting at the bottom of the stair, at the bottom of the ladder.
Okay. So as you guys arrive, Misaki is there.
Sorry,
As
the question.
boss, or-
Yes,
Okay.
the kid had posed a question to me, and I read it after the day I've had threw me through a loop. I had to read it 3 times to get it.
So, you said you were doing what with the sewer grate, Art?
I was going to go up to the top of the ladder,
Mhm.
and I was going to sort of nudge the grate screen and move it.
Sure. It does
I'm going to stop him and pull him back,
Okay.
and then I'm going to produce my pole arm and get a little distance on it, and then nudge the grate.
Okay. It does move. There's
Really, it is just
no
beat
trouble
to
with that. From this current vantage point, you guys can see that there are various colored lights coming in from somewhere off to one side of the room, though most of the view from here is basically ceiling and, if you're at the top of the ladder, upper edges of walls to a fairly small room.
Going up,
Okay?
unless someone stops me. Okay, going up.
No explosions, we're good.
I'm gonna
Well,
get you guys all
because
situated.
I really don't like the title of this map.
I do.
Welcome to the bestiary.
We're going to make friends here. In fact, that's given the name of the bestiary, I can check something.
Hmm.
All right. So, opening up the sewer grate, you see that it leads into a room that is somewhat small on most sides, perhaps 15-foot diameter circle, though one end opens up into what appears to be a long, large room.
I say somebody needs to peek through that room.
Can we smell anything?
No, for the most part, it's just kind of fairly dusty. So it has
So we
that
don't
old,
smell-
unused smell.
And
And we
I
don't-
will send the Raven
Okay.
to scout the area.
Yep.
The Raven will allow you to see into kind of these cages on either side, as well as to the cage to the north. Each one has some creature within it.
are the doors closed?
They're more like force doors, so like wall of force in front of it. Each of the cages does have a large rectangular stone that's kind of glowing green right next to the door.
Okay.
Convenient that this one was already open.
All right.
I just saw something flash that was large. Don't like it.
Oh my!
So
Also,
that-
why is the trash there? Why? Why is the trash there?
This is what's behind each door. There's a lich, a mummy lord, a purple worm, an adult green dragon, a Tarask, an adult blue dragon, and an adult red dragon.
What do you mean a Tarask? And there's the Tarrasque. Also, I'm pretty sure it couldn't fit in here.
It's odd.
Oh, wait.
Well, there-
yeah.
So
There's adult dragons in here, so come on.
Mm-hmm. Each one of these things, aside from the Lich and the Mummy, seem to fit almost entirely into their own space. And every now and again, they will shift slightly in size to be able to move around and reposition.
I'm getting a headache just contemplating that.
So, question. How much is an adult blue dragon worth in experience?
A lot.
If we survive,
We can
And
take
that's
it out in one hit.
And that's if the other cages don't come to play also.
I got an
Well-
arrow of blue dragon slaying. We can get the XP.
if it
I don't
fails
think we want to be
well,
here that long.
Yeah. I mean,
saying.
the backhand of this is all of these people would probably be pretty stoked about trying to roll the person that put them in there. They might
I'm
be.
not sure about the Tarrasque. I think it's just hungry. That's the
Well,
only
yeah,
thing.
Tarrasques generally just want to break stuff.
Again, Tarrasque is a plural. I don't like that.
Well,
So, are these like...
you can probably reason with everything except the Tarrasque and the purple worm. But
I mean,
I
we
don't
fought
know that I
purple-
want to.
We fought purple worms before, so
I am certain that I cannot reason with the dragons.
I probably
I
could.
know someone who can. I look over at Kibble.
He seems almost peaked after being told what's there.
Do any of them take notice to my raven?
They do not.
Or to us, for that matter? I mean, we're having a conversation.
Nope. No reaction. They
It's
all
not like
just
we're
seem to
being
be kind of in their own space. The
Raven's
Raven
got
would
to
also
step out
notice
to
that there's
here and
like
take a look at everything.
bits of like food in specific corners, water dishes.
Yeah, given the whole like resizing, whatever, they're probably in a pocket dimension. I don't know that they're necessarily here.
So
Now, when we see them through, when I see through this, they've got like a energy field over that for a door, or
they do. So
okay.
as you exiting that landing, there's a crackle of lightning that sparks all around the perimeter between all of the cages, and a voice rings out, seemingly from all directions. Welcome to the Menagerie! The death of one of these creatures will allow you an exit from this room. The death of a different creature will provide an entrance to the treasure room. Choose correctly lest you slay the wrong beast, for if you do, all will be unleashed. And the
Oh,
voice
it's a
fades.
puzzle.
So my question is,
Oh crap!
are we now stuck in this corner room and he's all by himself?
Nope.
Well, there's a stairway in the lower right-hand corner that we don't see.
My other question is are we able to go back down the ladder?
You currently are, yes.
But that's a dead end if we go back that way, because
Well, maybe
all
the
the doors
crackle-
were sealed off with force.
Well, maybe the crackle of electricity was a clue.
What?
I mean, I don't think we did all of the different ways we could go. I don't think we did the dwarf side from the room we fought the undead demon in. So there's another way we could go if we go back that way.
And was there more to the passage below at the bottom of the ladder?
There was not, so it was all one
Okay.
kind of entrance sewery space. You did see pipes leading off to other areas, but they were exceptionally small.
I mean, we can definitely nope out of this.
Okay, so
It said kill one and get the exit. Kill the wrong one, and they all go free.
and kill one.
Was
again.
there?
So you kill the correct one. There, there-
But yeah, kill one,
there-
get the first room, kill one, get the exit, kill one, and they all get out.
yes.
It's the only clue we got, huh? Is there anything else around?
Beyond that, bare stone walls.
We can bare stone walls.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, we have the electricity, which comes through the whole room. That's a clue, I think. Or not.
That's a horrible clue because it could be saying don't do the one that uses electricity or do the one with electricity. Like, it's a horrible
Well, I
clue.
think if it goes through the whole room, we probably shouldn't do the one with electricity because that one probably releases all of them.
But I got the arrow.
That's my thing. And you said there's a green gem next to everything, right?
Correct.
Okay, so it can also mean not that.
This seems like a high stakes gamble we'll be making if we don't have any clues.
We could also just leave them alone.
So
Could, but there's a room down there we can't see in.
just checking. So if we go down to the other end of the room, are we able to see the stairwell?
You are, but it likewise is behind a force wall.
Okay. And I assume the door at the south is also forced off?
That as well as the door to the north.
Okay, so forced off.
What door to the north?
Upper right.
Yeah, I see it.
And then what about this room that's blacked
Oh,
out? Has it got a
okay.
regular door or?
Yep, so it looks like it's got a reinforced steel door with the wall of force over it.
That's probably the treasure room that was alluded to.
Yeah.
Alright,
So no
I
discerning
guess
mark.
let's just
whatsoever.
investigate to see if we can turn up anything else. Because we don't have a lot to go on at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I agree with getting more details before we do
Although
anything.
I find it interesting that there were 3 dragons.
Also 2 undead and 2 monstrosities, so.
Well, I mean, we could attempt to
Okay.
logic this. The guy whose god the guy who owns this venerates a god of undead dragons. So you could try to logically exclude the undead and the dragons, which leaves the 2 unholy monsters. There's a purple worm, which is reasonable to kill, and a Tarrasque, which is completely unreasonable to kill.
But by the way, my investigation check was an 18.
Okay. Where are you looking and what are you trying to find?
Anything that would indicate what creature we should kill for the treasure room.
Okay. So around the dragon rooms, you do find scratch marks at the base of the doors.
Inside or outside?
Kind of going from inside to outside.
Do they look like dragon talon marks?
They do.
Okay. That's not very helpful, but okay.
What about so what about the Tarrasque's door and the worm's door?
The worm's door does not seem to have any markings to it. The Tarrasque door, go ahead and give me an investigation check for that one.
Got a big old tooth mark. He's gonna eat
it. You do find an odd kind of little gem on the underneath portion of the green brick that looks moderately red, but kind of swirled with a bit of orange.
Use one of the price.
I back up and point at it and look at Navarra and Kibble and gesture
Kibble's response.
as I hear that as I hear that on the other side of the door.
It's a yappy Tarrasque.
Kibble's, I guess he'll go up and look at it, see if he can see what's
Yeah.
what.
Okay.
Yeah, I will come help as well.
All
I'm
right.
like,
I
I
will
bet that's
actually-
magic.
I will actually switch over to the mall. for now. So I thought it was
So,
just-
what does Kibble just investigate?
Yep.
Oh,
So Kibble gets the distinct feeling that there is some form of magic on it. He sees a rune that looks like flame.
sees a what now?
A rune that looks like it's flame. Almost
Flame rune.
like a campfire, but without the sticks below it.
Gotcha.
Do any of the other green stones have similar gems?
That's
that I've
what I
seen
was going
one.
to ask.
You find 2 additional. One on the purple worm, which is colored a kind of blue and shows a kind of lightning rune. And then one on the lich, which looks like a kind of circle.
Okay, so I think that if we open the
Circle.
So I have a feeling
What-
that if we if we try to fight the Tarrasque, it's gonna let out the red dragon. If we try to fight the purple worm, it's gonna let out the blue
The
dragon.
blue.
The circle, though, that's interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, does the circle have any meaning in the arcane
color?
world? Is it an arcane symbol?
No
What
color
color
to
is
the
it?
circle. It's basically just kind of slightly carved out into the stone.
Like it's missing from it, right? Like a divot. We need to put a stone there.
Potentially.
I wonder.
None of the others have divots like that. Just this one.
Correct.
Huh.
So I wonder, since the other 2 released a dragon, I wonder if that releases the green dragon. Because that then leaves what?
Kibble.
The Mummy Lord
Yep.
with nothing?
Yeah, if you're going by that logic, yes.
That leaves the
Kibble.
Mummy Lord with nothing attached.
Kibble. Could this be taken as a symbol of poison?
That's what I was
Maybe.
asking. Was does that circle represent any arcane symbols?
Or just alchemical?
Could also represent the staircase.
That's also true.
Man, circles are really diverse geometric shape, aren't they?
Next episode, we'll find a square.
Tell us about the chair.
Spend 3 hours figuring out how the square works.
I mean, as long as we don't run into any rhombuses, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, but that first trapezoid.
The name's in it. So, did anyone at any point find any green gems that looked out of the norm?
I don't know, but this thing has a dodecahedron.
Was there anything mixed in with the food and water in the 2 side rooms?
So it's not so much in the 2 side rooms, it's each one of them, aside from the undead, have spaces for food and water.
Oh, okay.
Has the food and water been consumed?
To an extent.
Can I walk up to the Lixious door and talk to him? Can I speak to him through the
I was
energy?
gonna say, do any of them react to us standing outside their doors?
I'm sure they can.
Not immediately, no.
I'm just going to start waving at the Lich and asking him to talk to me.
You see it, like, slowly crack, 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 turn its head and look at you.
I'm a wave with a big dumb grin.
And it slowly turns back to the book it's reading.
Well, that's rude.
You know, if we let him out, he'll probably dispel magic.
Okay, so he don't want to talk to me. Then Draho's just gonna go to the mummy, see if the mummy talks. Any luck there?
So going over to the mummy, you see it's currently laying prone. Doesn't seem to be moving.
Can I tap on the energy shield?
Oh, you absolutely can.
Does it injure me?
It does not.
Good.
Darn.
So it's just a solid energy shield. So if that's the case, I've got to pound on it really loudly.
You get no response.
I'm gonna start insulting his mother.
Still no
So
response.
You're going to insult the mummy's mummy.
Yep.
Alright, so we had a red fire rune on the Tarrasque door,
Correct.
a blue lightning rune on
The
the
worm.
purple worm door, and then a generic colorless circle on the lich door.
Correct.
And none of the other ones have anything.
Correct.
Like I said, there's no divot on the lich door for a gem to be placed.
Doesn't look like it.
But-
It's perfectly circular and inset almost flatly, but like some rubbing to it.
But you also noticed that there were in and out scratches at each of the dragon's doors.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly the dragons can get free, but the other three probably can't.
So I wonder if
This is the tough part. So
I wonder if activating, but we didn't see anything from other than the extra stones. We don't see anything else about the doors for the tesseract, the worm, or the lich.
Correct.
So I wonder if activating those doors default activate the dragon's doors first, and that's why the dragon doors have all the marks.
maybe.
And
You know what? I'm going to go to
Meh.
this door, and I'm going to look for either a fire lightning or circle symbol.
Ooh, good idea.
20.
Say again.
Natural 20.
Okay. On that particular door, you find a lightning symbol.
What about the door in the treasure room? Or what we
The-
believe to be the
What
treasure
we
room?
believe to be the treasure room.
So on the treasure room, that one has the circular symbol.
Okay, and this one up here.
That one has no symbol.
Okay, so we can assume fire would release everyone. Lightning opens the exit, and circle opens the treasure door. Would be the logical conclusion.
And over by the stairs.
So you're not actually able to get over there. There is a forced door
Right.
between there as well.
Force door by the stairs.
Yep. So that likewise, no marking next to the doorway.
I feel like the lich is the answer to the treasure door.
I want to believe that too.
But I also
So-
feel like the lich is going to cause the green dragon to attack us first.
Well, the question is it a two monster situation to get any of the doors open that are corresponding symbols?
No.
And
I will note that the
Wait.
Mummy Lord is the only one that doesn't have a potential second person.
It is true, but remember, when we came in here, it said one will open the door, one will open the treasure, and one will open every monster. That's probably the open every monster one, since it's not related to a specific element or door.
Also, is
Didn't say that one will open every door. It just says choose the wrong one.
Right, which means we could end up with a 2-monster fight, and if we choose the correct one to kill first, we get what we want. If we kill the wrong one first, it opens the rest of the cages.
Okay,
Then we
so
exit through the staircase and hope this never happens.
so either way, whichever monster we're going to deactivate the door for, I have to stand in front of it. Because no matter
These
what
are high stakes.
no matter what the second monster is, you can outmaneuver it, but not both.
Man, we're drawing a lot of conclusions, though, based off of colors and symbols. That's the problem I have. I don't have any kind of confirmation that we're going the right way or the wrong way with our thought process.
So my concern is we can't actually go back at this point because of the poison in the throne room.
I think we can, because I think that kid will correct me if I'm wrong, but that wasn't covering up the ladder down. It just emanated out.
So it would have covered the ladder because it was starting to slowly come down it.
Oh.
Its initial source emanated from the throne and kind of moved out from there.
Yeah, but how much time has passed?
Well, you guys did take a long rest.
We did?
Yeah, somewhere in
Before-
there.
I don't
before
remember
we
that,
went-
but
I don't remember that either.
I think we took a short rest.
No, he said we took a long rest when we were talking to the girl.
Which was before that.
Right.
It was.
That's what I'm saying. I think we might have done a
Yeah,
short
because-
rest before this.
I don't think we even did that. I don't think we've rested at all.
I don't think we've rested.
Well, let me look at my action economy and see what I have left, because that'll tell me.
Yeah, well, again, Kibble is still in.
Yeah, I don't have my action surge or second wind, so we never rested.
Well, we've got time, so
Well, what I'm stating is are Navarre, you or Kaizen able to send one of your bird friends back to see if the cloud is still at the top of that ladder?
Not without going back. It'll
And
get
remember
out of
this-
range.
and remember, there's a vampire between. There's a vampire back there too. Just one escaped.
I mean, in lieu of any other information, I think the Lich is the logical
I mean,
choice.
there's one vampire. I'm not particularly worried about one vampire, but there's
Yeah.
also those skulls.
Well, we destroyed them.
But you didn't consecrate this set.
God, I freaking.
Well, what does everyone think? Should we try and do the monsters, or should we go back and see if we can circle back around and find another way out?
Alright, so here's what I propose. I will drop a tiny hut over the ladder going back. And that way, if somehow everything gets released, we have a failsafe. We can run back to the tiny hut and go
Those things.
back, and we'll have to deal with the skulls again.
Is there a way to position the tiny hut so it occupies part of the doorway to this room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can put it across the doorway
Yeah.
into it so that like nothing can get into the cell that has the.
Well, I'm
Is it-
thinking to keep to prevent a force field from popping into place.
Can you
That
do
would-
that?
That's
You know-
a lot of theoretical magic.
Everything else here, it looks like it has a force door except for the one we come in. So what's to say once you make a decision, it doesn't close this off so you can't escape?
I mean, that's fair.
And there's no chopper to get to.
A question I just noticed. There's a door near Kaizen and a door down near the other ladder. Are those actual doors or just map pieces you didn't account for?
Those are actual doors.
Oh,
well,
so
is there anything on that door that's up by us?
Nope.
Can we exit it?
Unfortunately not. Also covered in force.
Of course.
What about
that invisible wall?
What about the chamber that is blacked out beneath Draho?
That's the one with the circle above it.
We're assuming that's the treasure room.
Which again, above the Lich, there's the circle, and above the treasure room is a circle, and there's no circle above the green dragon, so I'm thinking we kill the Lich and it releases the treasure room, is my thought process. Or if we kill the Trask, it releases the fire dragon. Kill the purple worm, it'll release the lightning dragon.
We also live streaming, so we could also ask the people that are watching if we can't make it.
People, don't trust other people.
What is this live stream of which you speak?
I mean, everything tells me.
I think the only safe option is to open the Lich door.
Okay, well then switching back to freaking base construction.
So I examined the Lich door, more specifically the Lich room. Are there pots in there? Jars?
Yes. So his room is somewhat furnished. Within there, you would see kind of the chair that he's sitting on, a table, a kind of stone bed, and a variety of alchemical equipment.
I know what he's looking for.
So do I. Ark doesn't, but I know.
What's he looking for then? I don't know nothing about liches. The only one I ever contended with was in.
You're insane. We're not going to tell you the plan.
You don't know I'm insane.
You give away all the secrets.
Besides, wouldn't the insane mind be the best one to let the Lich mess with?
Alright, so do we want to drop the tiny hut over in the room with the ladder just in case we need to run away?
Run away, run away.
Alright, so I will attempt to position it inside so that it's in the door and hopefully prevent any potential force fields from closing off the room.
Well, if worse comes to worse, at least Kibble would survive.
So, like, there?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like it to, if all of you could back up right into the little entrance there just in front of the room.
Where? Like right up here?
Yeah, there. Because if this goes south, and it very well could be, it very well could, you're all going to want to bail immediately.
I'm going to step over here so I've got line of sight with my bow.
Okay, just don't get poison breath down.
I mean, there is another option.
What's that?
We could try talking to the Lich.
I already did. He ignored me.
No, you tried annoying the Lich.
Okay,
what's the difference?
It's you. So with that, I will actually not wield the Mace of Disruption, but I'll have it. I'll belt it. I'll put it down. Okay. So I won't have it in my hand. Because
I feel like if you were going to put something around that you had to kill to get through a door and you were building one of these, you would probably have the things that you need to kill be something you could easily replace. And while the Lich is tough to get a hold of, if you've got his jars, Well, I mean,
He probably keeps
as we say in the Shadowfell, you've got him by his masonry.
I believe I would think that the guy keeps his phylactery on him to keep him.
And you should keep it in your prison pocket.
But see, that's the thing.
Nobody gonna find it there.
That's usually the only way to keep a lich from being unruly and doing what they want to do.
I doubt a lich that's in prison would have access to his own phylactery.
Maybe he's there because he wants to be. It's not like he's going to run out of time.
But either way, we might be able to have a conversation.
All right, you're welcome to try and talk to him, but he seems to not care about talking to civilized folk.
He doesn't care to talk to you, which I understand.
Only I could figure out how to make that work.
So, yeah, I'll just saunter over.
Yep, and I'll stand there just in case.
Is everyone in position?
I am in position.
I'm checking.
That's a very ominous question.
I tap on the force field.
I tell everyone to go up there, and then all of a sudden they get down here. You know, there's just no area of effect spells.
I can't really talk to him from like all the way across the room. Well, I suppose I
But
could.
the other two people. Why?
Pardon me.
We're not
Do you have
opening the
any
door
Grey
yet.
Poupon?
Relax.
You see him again. Click, 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 click. Turn his head. Kind of stare at you.
So,
Then slowly clicks his head back and goes back to his book.
what are you reading?
He holds it up slightly.
Can I see
What is
he's
he
reading?
reading?
It is a very thick tome that is covered in kind of a blue scaled hide.
Another clue
Does it
to possibly the blue dragon.
Blue scaled hide, huh?
I see you're a fan of big books. I too like big books and cannot lie.
Hi, Joe. Hi, Joe.
I really appreciate that we're about.
I
ready
have
to
many
have-
leather-bound tomes.
I don't.
He continues to read.
But I was interesting in having a conversation, if you're amenable.
No reaction.
Why am I targeted on my socket?
Why not? I do have another question. Draho's going to very casually yell at you so he doesn't have to get close to that thing.
Casually, yeah.
Ask him if he wants a book. Maybe you can trade him a book for knowledge.
To be fair, you've probably read that thing about 1,000 times.
Because he didn't say there was other books in his room with him, so he's got the one book. I'm sure he'll give anything for another book. And one of us in this party has a habit of collecting books.
Yeah, I'm checking to see which ones we can give him.
Well, see if he's interested first.
That's my thought. Give him something he's gonna want.
Excuse me, Mr. Man. Would you like out?
He turns his head slowly back to you. And then you get a slight nod.
Outside. Fantastic. Because I'm a big fan of that. Unfortunately, there's this whole thing about having to fight people, and I'm not a big fan of that. Is there any way to avoid that part?
He holds up his clawed hand into a small circular form.
Sadness. Let me guess. This happens to you from time to time.
Kind of waves his hand.
Well, he clued us into the circles, the clue at least.
Well, I mean,
Insight.
that thing.
I was going to say, somebody should insight him to make sure he's not just lying because he wants to watch us get torn apart.
I mean, it's not even that he's lying. He's drawing a circle. It could also mean that he wants to take over our planet for the Martians. So, insight check of 13. So I probably don't know what to make.
No, not out of that meek gesture.
I suppose I could insight check.
Go for it.
I mean,
You are the one person.
So, said circle, he wants out.
oh,
This happens to him a lot.
With a 9, you definitely feel like circle means something.
well, obviously this.
I guess I will give it a try.
Okay.
Natural one.
I do the
This
best.
is like the third one I've rolled tonight.
Well, let's just
We're
hope
getting
we
him out
get
of the
him
way
out of
now.
the way.
I did the best at reading him, and even I failed.
Well, I'm not getting closer, but if everyone says what he's doing, I'll take a swing at it. Understand what he's saying.
I'm tied for best.
It's a circle.
I'm gonna take.
Watch
I've got.
Draho ace this. Ooh, not bad actually.
You're back.
But we're thinking you're pretty much crazy, so we may not even pay attention to you.
And
Yeah,
Kibble could also check. Well, seems like I'm the only person that knows what the hell they're talking about.
this is gonna go terribly.
Draho, you are clearly convinced that circle means money for some reason.
Well,
and I'm supposed to convince them of this? Draho, the guy who wanted to tear down an emerald throne?
Yep.
empathy.
Circle obviously means gold. It means a coin. Like coin money. I mean, it's obvious what he's saying is you unlock the circle, you unlock the treasure door. That big door in that room has a circle over it. His room is treasure room. It makes perfect sense. The question is, what do we have to do once we release him?
I
Draho
will
have to fight
repeat
him?
Draho's ramblings to the Lich and ask if our insane friend is onto something.
Draho's
You don't
making
know I'm insane.
Draho's making sense, and that alone is terrible.
So he puts his hand out in a fist and then puts his thumb up and then slowly points over his shoulder.
What's over his shoulder?
Basically the wall behind him.
I think he meant this,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just like to get him out of there. Because apparently he's not talking to us.
Maybe he can't. Maybe he's licked his mouth off with old age.
Could also be that he can't due to being in some kind of a weird pocket dimension.
Or maybe,
Oh yeah, if you were
This
going
whole
to trap a
place is
lich,
a
you'd want to
pocket
put him in
dimension.
a silenced location so he can't cast. That makes sense.
or maybe he's just finally happy to have company, so he's playing charades.
Well, I got a thumbs up
Alright.
tells me that we're correct. So I say
Alright.
we release him.
I'm gonna put my hand next to the Mason of Disruption, and I'll be like, "I'm good with it if you are."
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and back up.
Asaki, you sure you want to be right there?
Well,
Okay.
Any final
'Cause-
movements?
Again, I have you targeted, and I don't know why.
because if we get attacked, I was thinking of dropping
We never did
silence on
discuss
him.
how we thought we could open these damn things.
I'm assuming we just touched the green gem.
And or
Well-
remove it. But maybe you should touch the button that also looks like a coin thing.
You think they would just make a button to release the door? That seems very irresponsible.
I mean, the gem looks like it's in a slot, right?
I don't think that our host is overly concerned with the health and safety of his guests.
You think he might not live up to OSHA standards?
Actually, I think that he would, because he wants the trap to kill us, not the mechanism. And each one of these rooms has been pretty lovingly crafted, if you think about it.
All right, well,
I mean-
say you hit the door with your hammer.
No,
Oh yeah, that's gonna work.
But I'm wielding the mace.
Okay, hit it with the mace.
No.
Yes. Hit it with the mace.
Kaiser, options?
What?
What do we do?
You're hitting it with the mace.
I didn't
No,
ask
it's
you.
getting-
Which door was the one with the circle on it?
The treasure door at the bottom. The
That's
south door that's blacked out.
Yeah, but I mean, which monster had the
Lich.
circle on?
the lich.
Eh.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Perfect copper's even.
What?
Well, shit. Are we ready?
And we
for
all
the-
know that Draho determined circle means money, so it all fits.
Oh, I mean, it would be fitting if Draho determined that it was money and it got us killed, because that works.
that's a
benefits
Draho
well.
thing.
Is that
Before
what you think of me? That all I care about is money, even at the risk of our lives?
Yes.
Before we do this, does
Zero hesitation.
anyone want to heal Kibble? He is yellow.
Oh, is he? I wasn't paying attention. He can lay on hand himself.
I have.
rarely
Also,
uses.
I also have all those potions that I bought of healing.
All right, you want to give him a potion of healing? You can do that too.
Sure, I can spare him.
I
He
think
hasn't
I
used
might-
any cure wounds, like any spells yet, so he's still got a couple spell slots.
Well, let's keep it that way.
I may end up drinking a potion of healing too. Do I have
mean-
one left?
I mean, I've got 10 of them, so like, you can each have one if you want.
Oh, I still have some, so I can use one of mine first, so you can
Okay,
distribute those.
Okay, how many hit points down is Kibble?
Kibble is 26. He's taken 26 damage. He has 79 max.
I'll give him 2.
2 potions, so that's going to be 4d4 plus 4, right?
Mhm.
It's like it's the equivalent of the next one up.
So plus 4. Let me give me my d4 thingy back.
Okay, so I'll take those out of my inventory.
14. So
So we said
26 minus 14.
So 18.
so one potion is 2d4 plus 4.
No, 2d4
2d4
plus
plus
2.
You get a plus
got
1
it.
for every die you roll. So
He's at 12 now. He can do a heal on himself if he needs. Yeah, he can. Like I said, he's got plenty of spell slots, so. It's a spellcasting modifier.
And once again, to clarify, we determined that personally using a potion on yourself is bonus action, right?
Correct.
So if Kibble cast a second level Cure Wounds on himself, it would be 2d8 plus 2, because Charisma's his casting modifier, right?
Yep.
That's what he'll do. So that's 9. 3 HP gone. That's fine. He'll sit on that. And let me mark that he used a second level. Boom. So he's good to go.
Okay.
Good then?
Anyone want to do a 1 hour short rest before we get into this? I don't have action surges or second wind.
Should have brought that up before we used potions.
It just occurred to me that we've got short rest. We kind of set the pace for when we're going to engage him.
I think you've already set the clock, didn't you?
I'm just waiting here. So.
Yeah. I mean, I've only got my 2 arcane shots. I don't have any of my other fighter abilities.
Better
That's
make
all
them
I
count
I
then.
need the last fight, so.
All I can do is 2 arcane shots and 3 bow attacks per round.
I mean, 3 attacks per round. That's
That's pretty
good.
hot.
Get on my level.
Sorry, we can't all throw 16 Eldritch Blasts in a row.
You mean the Eldritch Gatling gun?
Alright. Well, I guess let's try pushing that button or removing the gem or whatever we think is going to open the door.
Let's start fiddling with the door until it opens.
Whoa!
So, who's doing what?
I am waiting with my hand over the Mace of Destruction, just waiting.
Okay.
Don't want to look outwardly threatening.
If there's a chance for diplomacy, no. Also,
That's not very barbarian of you.
I mean, there's no rule that says we actually have to fight these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just all the rooms dead end. So
So I will fondle the rune.
Okay. So as you move to push that in, it moves in a couple centimeters and then kind of clicks and stops.
Okay.
that kind of clicks into the what?
And stops. So it doesn't seem to make it fully depressed.
I pull out a
Someone
cup.
wanna-
Okay, we look around. Anything cool happening?
Not so far.
Does it
I-
rotate?
It does not. Ark, go
I
ahead.
hand a cup to Kaiser. Try that.
You hand a what?
A copper piece. Put it in the circle.
And you crank it and a gumball
I'm just
comes
gonna
out.
remove my hand and let the button come back out.
So it undepresses, but again, it's only a couple centimeters worth. It as it went in, it looks like it didn't go past where that circle is at.
What?
So as you go to
I will
push
try-
it in, there's that circle.
Yeah.
You press it in, and it stops at where the circle's at. Kind of a
So it
click.
stops flush with the button.
And doesn't seem to want to go any further.
Someone want to ask the Lich how we open the door? Get another round of charades in?
What about the green button?
Yeah. Does that like unlock it or?
So there's no button on the circular door, just that depression.
Copper
So
piece.
we're being stopped by depression.
Correct.
I give it a Zoloft.
That
what
stops
if
most good adventures.
What about the other door that has the same sort of marking? What if we pushed them at the same time?
Who's going down there to do that?
Not me.
You stay here, I'll go down there.
Okay.
Well, no, you can both stay there because
Yeah. We better
Because-
send Masaki since you two are frontliners.
Actually, why don't you go back there and I'll just have the owl do it?
okay.
Gonna
Yeah, you
precision
totally
strike
fell.
with an owl.
So
Alright,
trying
so
that
I'll send
plan
the
out?
owl down to push the button.
Okay. So you both go to push those buttons at the same time. Both of them, again, stop at that same point.
Alternate clicking them.
Each time,
Like,
they stop at that
the light
depression.
screw. Okay, what's the point? What do you think?
Does the coin fit?
It does.
Does the copper fit?
Almost perfectly.
So maybe put a copper on each one of them.
I hold up a coin for the elder to get.
Okay.
Also, a
Sure.
copper.
So we'll.
You know what? Stop. It just says choose the wrong door. Maybe we don't even have to with these guys. Let's just go put a copper piece or whatever in the other door and see if that opens it.
Going with that plan. Still hold the coin out. Yeah.
That's actually a very good idea. Let's not mess with the Lich's door. We don't have to.
Okay, so heading down to what you assume is the treasure room to try that there.
Yes.
Okay.
And it is-
Quit saying what we assume. It's the treasure room. Don't say that.
So you put the coin in, it moves in and does lock in place. The door does not open.
Huh. Guess
It
we
locked-
gotta do the other one.
So the fourth wall stays.
I am bitter that you have
Correct.
turned this into a coin op monster dispenser, Ketty.
Yeah.
It costs 2 pennies. It's fine.
Yeah, but like any pay to play, if you pay bigger money, do you get better things?
Could be. It's a shame
We'll
you already
find out.
depressed that or the copper in there already.
Well, we'll find out.
We can take it back out.
Oh, it's
No,
fully
not-
depressed.
Wait.
No, it's locked in there.
hmm
Big money, big prizes. I love it.
I want the VCRs and the card, please.
I need to close your boots, your epic mount.
Well, I guess we
Like
continue.
the gold and silver bars, TBH. Just saying. It's the mutant man that we got to figure out how to deal with.
Are we doing this or not?
It's up to you guys. I'm prepared with the. Me and Kibble are bows drawn, prepared to start some crap if need be.
Well, I thought you guys were debating on whether or not to put that coin in the Lich's door at this point.
nope.
I
We've put
think-
the
I believe
copper
we
in
have
the.
to.
I mean, they gave you the coin. I was waiting.
I was gonna say we put a coin in the treasure room door. It's locked in place. Nothing else happened.
So let's try the Lich's door.
Okay, doing the same there.
I'm on a laugh if something worse than everything in this room is hiding behind that door. I'm on a laugh real hard.
I mean, what's worse than the Tarrasque?
Oh, God.
A Tarrasque god?
Hmm.
Gods can be killed.
Not a Tarrasque god.
Are
A Tarrasque.
you laughing
All right,
at what
let's
I'm
just-
laughing?
Oh yeah.
Just open. Let's try to open the door.
creature with a creature with Tarrasque as a template.
Yeah, I say we open it. See what happens.
All right. Who's putting the coin in and pressing the button?
All
That's
right,
not-
so I pull out a gold piece, push it in there, and I pop a cold one.
Okay. As you do, the force wall at its door releases, as does the one for what you assume is the treasure room. The Lich slowly looks over, and you see it pull a feather out of its book from the back, put it in where it's reading, and slam the book shut.
All right.
Slowly
It's on.
stands up and walks over towards you.
All right.
Do you want to give him some room there?
I'll just. Does he look like he's trying to walk past me, or is he walking up to me?
Could be either. His gait is rather stunted.
All right, I'll give him some room in case he wants to go past me.
Okay.
Do I see anything in the room to the south?
There's a physical door there.
Okay.
That's the iron door, right?
Correct.
Okay.
We'll leave the doors up to Ark later. He'll figure them out.
Yes, we will.
So, how long have you been here?
He passes the book over to you, or at least hands it out.
Oh. A gift.
And as he gets close, you can see that his withered lips are stitched together.
Rude. Would you like me to fix that?
I'm just
Okay.
saying-
Cool.
Else-
What does the book say?
Seems to be some form of arcane tome. As you kind of read through a little bit, it's really high level intellectual thoughts.
Like high-level philosopher nonsense?
Yep.
If a tree falls in the forest, does anybody care?
the,
Type stuff?
the Philosopher's
There's a
Stone.
question in the chat about maps.
The Philosopher's
There you
Stone is people.
Yep, very much so.
I don't
That's-
trust.
And what is it bound in?
Looks like blue dragon hide.
Whoa.
I told you.
This is a very expensive book, sir.
He reaches out to put his hand on your shoulder.
All right.
He pats you a couple times and then tries to move
Mhm.
by.
I step out of his way.
I was hoping that would be like a touch of death spell. We just lost a party member.
When he went to the shoulder there, I put my hand on the mace but didn't draw it.
Be at peace. Which way is he headed?
It looks like he's working his way towards Draho.
Oh no.
Well, that is a door out.
Move out of his way, Draho. Move out of his way.
Yeah, Kibble's gonna step over there, and you guys are telling me to move.
Please
Oh, I'm
do.
going to follow him because I want to see what's going down.
If you guys are telling me to move, I'm gonna block the hallway with as much of my body as I can.
Okay, fine, then block the hallway.
Be a dick.
So, as you're standing there blocking the hallway, he opens a small pouch, reaches in, and his hand definitely goes further into the pouch than it should.
Yeah, I've seen that trick.
Then pulls out a weird set of arrows. Each one,
Arrows?
the head of it is hooked in a almost crescent U shape that looks fairly much like the symbol of saloon. But the arrow itself, its shaft is kind of thorned in a way. So it will branch off to one side, and then a new section will come out and branch off to another side, then the next section, and so on, until it hits the feathered end.
I'm
So
just
it's
gonna,
not aerodynamic at all.
Not at all, but he holds them out to you.
I'm just gonna squeeze my way past. Can I get through?
You know
past
what?
the
If he's
lich.
going to give me a gift to pass, I will take the arrows, not appreciatively, introduce myself as I am Draho, so I've got to make a good impression now that I've got somebody of,
Well, I'm not.
means talking to me.
I'm not gonna like push him out of the way or anything. But just like, is he giving me room to get by?
Yeah, he's not stopping you. There's definitely enough room when you're not in combat. He nods
yeah,
to Draho, And then,
and I'm going to introduce myself, heir to the Reichlmere dynasty, Huntmaster of Mithdrannir, Court Tutor of the Bow of Mithdrannir, Guardian of the King's Forest, Gardener of the King's Flower Bed, Lord Draho Slava von Reichlmere III.
Breaker of
Thank you
chains,
for this
first of his
gift.
name.
he
I
seems
really
to
need to learn the
clap
silence spell.
appreciatively.
I was waiting for him to look at his watch. Damn.
Then
Yeah.
he points at Draho and then points towards the door.
Oh, yep, I will move out of his way since he's shown himself to be respectful.
And I squeeze through, and I'm just going to be standing in front of the door.
Well, you trying to get something too?
Maybe.
He kind of cocks
Look,
his
even
head
I
to
can
the
figure
side.
Even I can figure it out. What does he say?
He kind of cocks his head to the side. And then his cold black flame eyes just stare at the door.
Okay, I'll let him.
The aerodynamic comment, I didn't even catch that. Did I say aerodynamic?
You did.
I made a pun on accident again.
I pout and let him go by.
Okay.
To be fair, Draho, that was no handbag.
Oh, man, I can't. I just saw where Carhan in the chat said not aerodynamic and I'm like, did I say that actually?
I'm just gonna because I thought it was like Santa Claus.
So you see the Lich reach out to the door handle, and upon doing so, pulls a small talisman from his bag. And then after a few moments of just kind of standing there, he vanishes.
Does the blue go away?
It does not.
Good to know. Okay, so treasure room.
So
I am on top of you, Draho.
Kaizen
Didn't
has
realize you
the
were moving there.
book in his hand.
Giggity.
What else is in that room that we can see? I can see.
Predominantly mundane-ish items. There's a variety of like basic spell components. Nothing overly extravagant or expensive. Thought on that. Go ahead and give me a Arcana roll.
Okay.
And
You
Draho do
want
the
someone
same.
to look at it. I was gonna say I'm actually
I mean, I may
Arcana
ask
person.
Navarre to come over and take a look also.
Oh, hey.
That's a
Oh, are we
decent
checking
roll.
out the Lich's room?
Yeah, I'm just looking through the open doorway.
So
And I'll
Draho,
move over there to look with you guys if you're talking about magic.
your actual roll, you would have realized that what he pulled from his hand was a tuning fork.
Oh.
Tuning fork.
Oh, he played drums. I
Oh,
know that arc does
now the question is, yeah, no, I would understand what a tuning fork is. So
Okay, cool. Apparently, Fantasy Grounds hates me tonight. It's all literally 1 and 2 all night.
Hopefully
Well,
that will
so-
resolve.
So you said, oh, so that arcane rolls for what he pulled out right before he disappeared.
Correct. For Draho. For the
Oh,
rest
for
of you
Draho.
guys, you see a variety of like robes, sulfurs, roots of like various different shades, lengths, knobbiness, and a good chunk of different powders. None of them seem to be super high quality. They look almost as if they're the most minimum possible to actually cast a spell.
the real.
Sorry, Ark, you cut out there. Say again?
That was the real punishment.
Yep.
Locking him in there. Inadequate components.
Indeed.
With the most basic, cheapest to do anything with.
And not enough to do anything with.
you
Now,
said there were
Misaki,
nice robes. What
There
are
are.
the robes made of?
They seem to be of somewhat high quality, just cotton. Not silk, not anything super fancy.
High quality cotton.
Yep, somewhat high quality cotton.
Do
Are
they
they
look magical in any capacity? Like they've been magically preserved, or
Not specifically, no.
Are they mysteriously in good condition? Like
So-
no spray whatsoever.
So who's going into
Then-
the assumed treasure room?
Again, you use the word assumed. I don't like, and also me.
I was gonna say you're down there.
Pulling out the hammer.
Okay.
I mean, the all access door pass.
I mean, I'm going to take those cotton robes because if they're high quality cotton, if they've got something that makes them last forever, I'm definitely going to use them as bathrobes.
Okay, so you're going into the Lich's room?
I will go into the Lich's room first. I am the brave one.
All right. As
That-
Draho
Watch me get
steps
locked in here.
that force wall comes back down.
God
Son
damn
of
it! No one had to pay to. God, Soup Topper, you're gonna pay me back.
Oh, it's copper and a gold.
The buttons don't seem to be depressed.
so-
They haven't come back out.
So I'm going to pick up the robes completely oblivious to what I just did to myself. What else is in here that I might want?
So is the force wall up in front of me too?
It is.
Draho!
What? Wait, can I even hear him?
You cannot.
That makes it both better and worse.
Ugh. Oh, man. Okay, so I'm going to look around at everything he has while I'm in there.
Okay. So aside from that, just a variety of like alchemical equipment, tubes, speakers, stirring rods, one super large vial. No idea what he used that for. You do see that his desk has a drawer, but that seems to be the only one in the room.
I will open the drawer.
Okay. In the drawer, there is a small red button.
Small red button.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a button as in a button up shirt, or a button as in a push button?
As in a push the button.
Well,
Okay.
first, what was
I'm gonna
that?
start
That you
on
said
the-
that big vial. That big vial, was it empty or did it have something in it?
Did not have anything in it. It is empty.
Well, I'm
I'm-
taking that with me.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
start-
god.
I'm going to start pounding on this wall of force. Does he hear the dull thud?
He does.
I am going to turn around. Do I see the force field and arc banging on it?
You do.
I'm gonna walk up and do my best performance to explain to you what I want to tell you to do to get me out. So let's see if I
I swear to
perform
God, if
well
that
enough.
button would just turn it off. I swear to God.
Wow. I rolled a 2 and I add a -1, so
I look curiously at you as you're gesturing, and I go,
yeah, I'm making a lot of like hand signs and I'm mouthing stuff. For some reason, I'm resorting to Sylvan, so you don't even understand what I'm trying to say.
It is
So the buttons
absolutely
are-
the oddest gesticulation you have ever seen Draho do.
so the buttons are back to where they were before everything?
No, they are still completely depressed. They have not reset.
Well,
Are the
upon
buttons-
realizing that Ark is too dumb to understand me, I'm going to throw my hands down, sigh dramatically, and then go back and press the button in the drawer.
Okay.
Let's see.
Does it suck
Am
the
I-
air out of the room?
Not quite.
2, 3.
Oh.
Okay. I can make it to the hut in one move.
I'm hearing
Ah,
typing.
How
Like I'm
many
hearing
hit
typing.
points do you have currently, Draho?
Oh. Why do I not like that question? 112.
You push the red button.
You did. Lucky for you, you're over 100. So there's no physical
Oh crap!
effect
It was
to you.
disintegrate spell.
But
Say that again, Kedro.
so since he's over 100, there's no actual effect that you're feeling.
Oh, his power word kill. Oh
Yes.
God!
But you feel this kind of odd sensation in your head, and that blackness kind of clouds your eyes momentarily.
Did I get another insanity?
It recedes. You
Throw
did
it on me.
Not from this one. And
Oh.
then the buttons on the exterior pop back up.
Get out here.
So after doing that, I'm going to close the drawer. Actually, because it is Draho and I am actually arcanely trained from Mithranor, can I roll Arcana to figure out what just happened?
You can.
And you said the buttons popped out, but the doors are still forced closed.
Correct.
So-
The coins reappear.
So 20, do I know what happened to me?
Absolutely. So with that, you would definitely know that a 9th level power word kill almost killed you.
Upon noticing that, I'm going to slowly lift my hand out of the drawer, shut the drawer gently, and then I'm going to take his chair and prop it against the drawer so it can't be accidentally opened.
Or you can just turn the chair upside down on the
Hey.
table.
Did the coins reappear?
They did not.
Okay,
I'm going to
so
prop the chair really hard against it,
But
and then I'm going to walk back to Art with a pale look on my face and just look depressed.
hang on. The GM said, but
you do notice
So-
that the depressions are a slightly larger shape.
what?
What shape?
Still circular.
I'm gonna try to put the coin in, and then okay, because this is what worked before. Gold piece here, copper piece back to the owl. Apparently,
Okay. So the gold piece does click in. The copper
We'll
piece
use a
does
gold
not.
piece on the other.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Use
I'll
a
just
gold
drop a gold
piece on the
piece
other
on
end.
this door.
All right. With that, both of those force fields, force walls dissipate.
I pull Draho out.
Draho is sobbing quietly to himself.
Yeah, well, he's sobbing.
Will
currently
somebody
held-
put a leash on him, please?
He's currently being held off the ground while he's sobbing, and I don't care what his
Now, I'm
Because
going to
either
go
we
down
leash-
to
I
the...
go, no. I'm going to reach into his coin purse, pull out a gold coin and a copper coin, and just put them in mine. Then I'm letting him down.
Either we leash him or I'm sending him to another plane. Like,
I open the door.
All right.
That's a heck of a
Oh, I
reset
wanna
button.
know.
I will say that. That is an impressive reset button. I would have never thought to make the reset button kill the person.
So, as you open the door, it is indeed a treasure room. There are small piles of coins throughout, copper, silver, etc. You probably find about 25,000 in total gold pieces. In addition to
That's a
that,
new wing of the mansion.
there are...
Like we can carry it.
We got plenty of bags.
in
How many
addition to
bags of
that,
holding do we have in the party?
quite
We've
a
also
few.
got me.
There
two
are
bags of-
2 items sitting on pedestals. A set of
bags of-
gloves and a fouchard fork.
What now?
Ooh, I know what that is.
Please explain for the rest of the class.
So a fouchard is a peasant polearm. They took the plowshare blade, the blades off of scythes, rotated them about 90 degrees, put them on the end of a pole, and made them with the mixed stabby. And that fork is that protrusion on the back end that forks out into a nifty. It makes a nifty lever for can opening. It is literally a Buck this knight and his horse, made on the cheap.
Cool.
The pole
Oh,
itself
that's nice.
on that one is made of what looks to be pure gold. Scaled
Oh,
and
damn it.
twisted like almost a dragon's tail.
Well, that's pretty. I mean,
So
it-
I say I
it's
pull
got to
out
be magic.
I say I pull out my lich arrows, set them, pile those things up, and we take 10 minutes and, identify.
It's not a bad idea. Hopefully, if
Well, I know
there's
the
anything
polearm's
else-
magic.
Well, I mean, it's
Well-
going to take us a couple minutes to gather up all the coins. So
I would say before you even
But
grab
that-
any coins, we make sure there's nothing else ensourced in the room or on the room.
Yeah, some identification and some careful examination before we start lining our pockets, friends. This is still a trap.
So, yeah, want Kibble to do the identifying?
Well, hold on, I have a question. Did anybody put a leash on Draho?
I thought Ark still had a hold of him by the collar in the air.
No, you put him down.
Mhm.
Why?
After I took a gold piece and a copper piece out of his coin purse.
Okay,
But-
so nobody
So
put a
no,
leash on
there,
Draho.
there is no leash on Draho yet.
Well,
Okay,
there's
Draho,
nowhere else
I'm-
for me to go. I already went
Draho,
in that
I'm-
other room, and I'm never going back in there again.
If you
Draho?
tell me to hold on to him, I'll hold on to him.
I'm gonna need you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh, no. Are you about to put me to sleep?
No,
You know I'm an elf.
He can. Yeah, he can. So.
there are
DC
easier ways to
17.
poop talk.
Charisma. Oh, a charisma save, of course. Because we've proven Draho's the charismatic one in the party.
Watch, he actually does well on this.
Wow. I made an 18, even with a -1.
Chat, now's the time.
I was gonna say, can I get one of those rerolls, please?
Hey, Stewie. It's Draho.
Does anyone want to see what's going to happen to Draho?
I know it's going to happen to Draho.
I don't, so I'm
I
curious,
think-
but I'm
I
not
think
about
we
ready to
banished
use
for
my second roll on me. Give him a chance. I know Stewie likes to mess with me every chance he gets.
Come on, nothing from her, Stewie?
Nope.
Wow. Is he AFK?
That's
Well,
There we
there's
go.
one.
someone did.
I like that we paused game and begged to chat.
You know what's up.
All right, let's do it again.
He just has to roll 2 less.
I
Yeah.
did exactly that. I
Just
rolled
barely
exactly 2 less.
All right, Draho, you
You
are
did
going
it,
to spend
Draho.
the next 60 seconds on a harmless beige demiplane.
Surprisingly,
Oh, did
Draho
you just
doesn't go
banish
anywhere.
me?
Wait, what?
Surprisingly, Draho does not vanish.
Huh?
You feel your spell take him. Draho feels the spell taking him. He blinks momentarily, but seems to be sitting in the same space.
Everyone's still
Oh.
with me?
We're all grounded.
All right, I grab him
I-
by the scruff of his like around his collar here, and I'm like, okay, just get it done.
So
I'm
Stewie-
hoping that
Stewie-
Kibble is examining things while we're all being retarded.
Oh, he absolutely is.
Stewie is a bit late, so there is a floating reroll sitting in chat.
Alrighty.
So, as Draho, of course, because again, he's not an actual caster, but I would like to make
Yeah, make
actually
that arcane.
determine if I understand what happened to me. Wow, I'm good at doing arcana checks. I may be a fighter, but I am the most magically inclined fighter you've ever seen.
Today, absolutely. So you felt banishment take you momentarily and like it was going to shift you to another plane. But in almost the blink of an eye, just the basest of instants, you felt this kind of rebound in not only your soul, but your physical form. And you're sort of locked to where you're at. That said,
I'm gonna.
you don't see Draho as being able to move either.
Oh,
Huh.
I can't move from where I am,
Correct.
so I'm paralyzed completely.
No, you still have full vocal motions, you just can't move.
So I can still talk, but I can't move.
Wow, Navarra, great cool person's belt.
Well, that's not what I meant to do, but as long as he can't go anywhere.
I am going to start panicking because this has got to be like the top 10 fears of any person.
I'm going to sit and laugh.
Yeah, Draho is going to start panicking and asking.
Okay. I'm now
Please
going to go
stop.
help Kibble
Stop it.
identify
Stop it.
things.
Change
Okay.
it. Don't do it.
So,
Change it. I don't want to be
the
here. Stop.
first item, are called Gloves of the Ringmaster. These gloves, non-attunement, once per day allow you to pass a charisma saving throw that you would have otherwise failed.
That is deliciously ironic.
I feel like you set these things up specifically somehow.
Is Draho just continually blathering in place?
Yes, I will not be quiet. I'm going to get louder as people ignore me.
Nobody,
Because I
you
can't
can't.
physically impose on anyone.
It's
Can I
quiet.
cover his mouth?
Nope, it's quiet.
Did you cast silence?
Yes, on you. Well, you're the center of the area.
I could also cast silence by covering.
So that means everyone is silenced now.
Just out here, it's what,
It's not the
20
biggest of radius, but yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, I
very
thought it
big.
was a 20.
Yeah, it's going to incorporate this whole space that we're in here in the middle.
I have no idea what's happening to me now. I just suddenly can't talk. Of course, my low arcana roll is to know whether I'm silenced. Yeah. So now I can't move, and I can't seem to hear myself talk.
So that said, the Fouchard is known as the Fouchard of the Golden Dragon. The weapon deals regular pike damage, so 1d10 slashing. However, your attribute contribution to the damage is doubled for attacks made with this weapon. In addition to that, anytime you deal fire damage, the amount of fire damage is increased by 1d10.
Well, I'd say that it should go to Masaki, but it comes out as
Yeah, this is kind of weird. Draho can't do anything now.
And with that, I come down to here.
Yeah, open that room up.
I will join you.
I will not.
Does this Fouchard fork require attunement?
It does.
I would think so.
Gloves. Oh, did we figure out what the arrows were? Because I did have those arrows I wanted identified while we were at it.
We had, yeah.
Where did you place them? Because someone would have to go get them from you.
No, I had taken them out and handed them to Kibble when I said identify these.
Okay. So in that case, the arrows are called splintering arrows. Within a 60-foot cone, choose 4 creatures and make 4 ranged attacks against them. One individually. On a hit, each target suffers 1d6 piercing damage, functioning like a normal short bow, just allowing you to fire at 4 creatures at once within that cone.
And how many of these does he have?
10.
Nice.
Those are good kibble arrows, actually.
No, these are going to go back to my artificery, where I'm going to have my insane deep gnome reverse engineer them.
Yeah, he has to keep at least one.
I was gonna say, you're gonna hand one to the artificer and hang on to the others for the moment.
Just as a question, if they're 4 ranged attacks, or it's 1 ranged attack against 4 targets.
1 ranged attack against 4 targets. So you make the targets individually, so it's 4 different rolls, but it's considered 1 attack.
So, okay, so since it's considered 1 attack, would a, say, sneak attack apply to all 4 if it should hit?
It would.
Well,
as long
we know
as
who's
advantage
doing
is
that.
applied to all 4.
Or
So we could turn Kibble into a shotgun murder hobo.
Yeah, I didn't think that one through.
I vote that one goes to the artificer and the rest of them go to Kibble, because that is
agree.
the most baller thing that has happened to date.
Kibble gonna
And don't think I will not grab Kibble, pick him up by the neck and the tail, and go shh, shh, and kick a door open.
I'll allow it.
We have.
Say hello to my little friend.
I like that
Listen up, you
slowly
primitive
we're going to be
screwheads.
adding more insane arrows to this.
This is your kibble?
This is my boom kibble.
Kimball would like to use his breath weapon.
Let's see. Where is the arrows at?
Good Kaizen,
The
bad
kibble's
Kaizen.
inventory.
You're the Kaizen with the kibble.
Yes.
All right. So
Now
that
the question is, can I also be a Kaizen with a Fusashard fork?
That is up to you guys.
You know what? I just realized that my shoulder-mounted cobalt turret just got a lot more badass.
Mhm.
I mean, no one else really uses pole arms but you two. Honestly,
Kaizen, did you let Kibble look at the book that was handed to you?
Oh. I should let him look at the book that was handed to me.
Mhm.
And just to clarify, Masaki's the one with the special holy cross weapon, right?
Currently, yeah.
As far as I know, he's the only one with the holy weapon at the moment.
Okay, gotcha.
So, the book is Tome of Intelligence. And as Kibble's kind of piecing through that, he realizes that the feather that's within it, that's being used as a bookmark, is a Qual's feather token anchor.
Token.
Oh. And I will read up on what that does.
It's really fun.
You said
It is really
anchor?
Yep,
It's a
the
one-time
anchor.
use, though, right?
That's why he handed us the book. He couldn't plane shift because he couldn't get far enough away from the book. But it's dimensional anchoring. It is what you give somebody to make sure that they can't be banished.
really?
Not
And
quite.
you tried to
Yeah.
banish me?
So
How
Oh.
has
Oh.
this?
Kaizen, you were too close. Were you too close to?
Yep.
You were standing.
How
too
has
close
this
to him.
whole thing worked out in the GM's favor? If I didn't know that you had already prepared these items ahead of time, I would think you're changing them on the fly to
Have you-
match the
So,
story.
Have you noticed that I build these in 15-foot corridors for a reason? You guys tend to stand around each other. If the corridor is only 15 feet, what's going to happen?
We're going to bunch up into fireball range.
That's right.
So, just a point of interest. What shape does this feather token take?
Say again?
What shape does
Anchor.
the feather token take?
Yep.
Anchor?
Mhm.
Gotcha. Okay, so you can use this action to touch the token to a boat or ship. For the next 24 hours, the vessel can't be moved by any means. From the token to the vessel, and the vessel again ends the effect. The effect ends, the token disappears.
Hmm.
So we can lock a boat.
Wait, we basically.
We can lock a boat in place for 24 hours.
Well, that'd be a good way to screw with that captain, but
Or take out a pirate ship.
yeah, but I'd rather mess with the captain.
I'd rather take out a pirate ship.
And then
Well,
we've got,
I think
what?
you think like an idiot,
We've
but
got
I
what?
can't say that because I
A room-
muted it and frozen in place.
Yeah. That leaves a room full of gold then, correct?
Correct. And totaling coming about to roughly 25,000 gold pieces.
Okay. I assume bags of holding at this point get used in other extra dimensional carrying space.
I'm gonna sack.
Yep.
Also, I've got muscle.
So
But
if
the
people
stairs.
don't,
Go ahead.
if people aren't going to dismiss their spells, we're stuck here for an hour. We might as well short rest.
Well,
You're only stuck there for a minute. Calm down.
I thought it was an hour with.
No, it's Spanish. It's only a minute.
Yeah, so
Oh, I
about
thought
this
you had to
point,
make-
you'd go ahead and be able to move. Still can't talk at the moment, though.
Yeah.
Well, you
It's
can
been kind of
talk.
nice. It's been quiet.
Well, if I can move but I can't talk, I'm gonna go up and start trying to explain to Ark that I can't talk
There you go.
with
But
a
we
lot
still
of
can't-
very complex pantomiming.
But we can't
Well,
get to
we're
the
bonus check, apparently.
stairwell. We
Correct.
can't get to the stairwell or the other two doors, though. Correct.
Correct.
So
I-
we still have to
Nope.
figure out how to get to those.
I apparently continue to give poor performance as I try and explain to Ark that I can't talk.
But he does
Navarre,
gesticulate
how-
slightly better this time.
Navarre, how long does the hut stay in place?
Quite a while. I think it's like overnight.
Long enough for you to take a sleep in.
That's good, because I think we should probably take a
Up to
long
8
rest before we
hours.
deal with anything else.
I'm good
for
whatever you guys want.
So,
You go to bed.
just so we're
Means
clear,
I can attune my fork. But then what am I gonna do with the partisan?
What are you gonna do with the partisan? I mean,
strap into your
what's the
back.
partisan do?
Really gnarly things when I crit with it. But really only gnarly things when I crit with it.
How often
And
do
what
you
does
use
this
it?
new one do?
Nifty things all the time.
It effectively doubles my strength bonus for every attack.
Oh, that
And
sounds much better.
it also gives me an extra D10 every time I do fire damage.
Oh, well, that's definitely useful because you do fire damage quite a bit, don't you?
I can.
He's Brandon
Yeah.
Smite.
Well, because you're a tiefling, so you should have fire all the time.
Not that kind of tiefling.
Oh,
Remember, racism. So just to be clear, too, the upper and lower doors. What symbols did they have here? The lower one was lightning, right?
Correct. The upper
Say
door
that
did not
again.
have one.
Oh, okay. And the force wall still up on the staircase, right?
It is.
And the hallway beneath the grate there that just ended where we were, or did it keep going?
The hallway ended
Down-
at the sewer grate, yes.
Okay, so it looks like we're going to fight something else. So yeah, might as well rest.
All right, taking a short rest or long rest?
I would like a long rest.
I was gonna
I
say
think
I'm
a lot of
fine
the
either
party
way.
needs to regain stuff, but I'm good.
Because I would like to regain spells.
That's fair. We've been through quite a bit.
Long rest initiated.
Thank you.
I've been through a whole 20 hit points.
And can I have my cool new sticky thing?
You will unfortunately have to program it. Because I've just got it on paper at the moment.
Boo.
I know, I'm a bad GM. Did I mention that it also grants fire resistance? Not that it matters to you.
Oh.
More fire
Why
resistance.
couldn't it have been electrical resistance? Damn it.
Because it's a gold dragon. Specifically a gold dragon's tail.
Oh,
That would make sense.
it would make sense. Why can't it give me an extra die damage when I do radiant damage?
Because most gold
Because
dragons
that would
do
be
fire.
OP.
Okay.
They have options. They have options.
So just so I know, who do I need Draho to be away from in order to actually banish him?
I think you need to be away from this place.
No, it was the book that did it, right? Because the book's sole thing is, oh, people can't be transported when they're near it.
And you said that's a tome of intelligence, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, we were going on the effect that we figured the Qual's token anchored him to the plane before the description was read.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That was an assumption we made.
So
Yeah,
there's an anchoring effect on the area.
Yeah. But which would make sense. You don't want to give your enemies the option to port out if they have it.
Well,
Question,
I mean,
though.
I haven't been able to leave.
Question, though. What was the book then? Because I misunderstood that reading. I thought the book is what did that.
Home of Intellect.
Yeah. So if you read it for, I think it's 40 hours, a certain amount of time, your intelligence increases by 2.
Oh,
Something that Draho doesn't want.
And it also increases the maximum that your intelligence can go up.
Right.
well, I've got 20 intelligence, and that's my casting stat for my spells. So,
I want one of those for strength.
I mean, for sure, Draho would be interested in the book, but
Oh, and then
I'm not
of course,
the book buyer.
and then it disappears and it appears randomly 100 years later.
I believe it just fades the magic rather than disappearing. And then it just...
And then it gets used again.
It gets it back in a century.
Mhm.
yeah, the tome.
So
Yeah.
Draho
how
would
long
have
do you have-
time. Give it to the human.
How long would you have to read it?
3 days.
48
days.
hours over 6 days.
Oh, they've changed it.
Well, heck, if that's the case, yeah, Draho would finish that thing in one good sitting. I only need 4 hours of rest at night.
Meanwhile, or trying to read it. Okay, you've had 3 days. Where are you at? Page 3. There's some really big words in here.
But yeah, I think I'm the only player that benefits from an intelligence boost. So
Well,
I mean, everyone would benefit from an intelligence boost. You would just benefit the most.
okay, let me rephrase that. I'm the only one that uses intelligence as an attack modifier.
Do you use it as an attack modifier, or do you do it?
Yeah, I'm an arcane archer. All of my magic arrows are based off my intelligence.
Oh, so your saving throw.
Not just the saving throw, but well, yeah, the saving throw, but
Saving throw
Also,
and damage,
like,
probably.
all of my
Wait, no, I can't.
Damage.
yeah, and my skills are based off of intelligence. Most of my skills are intelligence based.
I lost all control
That's
of this
great.
plane.
So,
So,
during your rest,
Oh God, no.
you find that the entire room goes pitch black.
so
I pull out the mace.
Okay?
now,
Doing
The
so,
nightlight.
Is it magical blackness?
like,
it is not.
Can I still see?
More specifically, it's all of the illumination in the room is just gone.
Okay. So I'm still cool.
Yep. And in that same instant,
You'd still be go with magic, but no. Wait, did we get moved somewhere?
you did.
mm-hmm.
Oh. Also, some
Okay,
steampunk.
that's what happened to Eloise.
Some steampunkery going on in the right there.
Yeah, but if you look to the left, there are 3 slash marks.
There's also a giant pile of gems, so I say it's worth the risk.
Are those
I don't-
are they gems or
I
are
thought
those?
those were Christmas tree lights.
They're clearly gems. Chris, electricity doesn't exist yet.
Really?
Give me time. I will
It
make it.
exists. We just don't know how to harness it.
Give us time. I got a deep gnome working on it.
Everyone.
All right, I think that's everybody. Am I missing anybody?
Yes.
Wait,
Does
no,
not
wait.
look like it.
No, you're missing Rokan.
He's in backpack at the moment.
I was gonna say he's chilling in the backpack until we need him.
It was a joke.
He's had too many close calls to continue hanging out in the open.
So the lights end up going dark, and in that moment, you all feel some odd, slight sensation of movement, and lights begin to reappear, surrounding the room that you can now see in front of you. The light itself is pouring through a short arched passage on either side of this room, And the lights are a variety of scintillating colors. You also see, kind of in the center, green grass, fungus, and other vegetation that seem to be thriving in that room. Middle of the room is a large fountain statue of a robed man. 4 areas of what look to be plant life that are bisected by a walkway into 4 smaller chambers. 2 of which you guys occupy independently depending on who's where. Continual light stones that are emitting a variety of those lights are what you're seeing in the upper right, left, lower right, and left corners. And they kind of rotate between red, orange, yellow, blue, just going through the full Roy G. Biv. And you feel heat. Not terrible heat, but almost tropical rainforest-ish emanating from those portions of the room. There is a smell of fresh air that pervades the area. And lastly, you notice the sound of something that's crackling. Like somebody had just been casting continuously lightning bolt over and over. And that noise seems to be coming from the right.
I'm gonna step out here and see what's in here.
Okay.
Draho, no, wait.
Question. This happened to us while we were sleeping?
Yeah, pretty much. So functionally, some of you might have
never-
been sleeping, others might not have been.
Has it at
depending.
least been an hour?
Absolutely.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I have my spell slots back.
For all function, your 8-hour rest does go through. You get the full 6 hours worth of sleep, and we'll say that's when this happens.
Okay.
Well, Draho would have never been asleep, so he's just gonna step out here and see what happened.
All right.
I wouldn't do that. Okay.
So, off to the left side, you see a small room that houses a couple crates and what looks to be a massive pile of gems. There are claw marks leading into and out of that particular room's doorway. Off to the right is where you see that lightning crossing. There seems to be a pallet that looks like a bed, and from your position you can't see the person sitting there, but you do have an angle where there is a large pile of gold and some items.
I definitely want to go over here and see what's up with this electricity.
Oh, hello? Oh my goodness, my friend! No, you are not my friend. You just need to go away.
Is that my favorite merchant?
It is.
I push him. Habib?
Oh, Mr. Ark, how are you doing today?
Good.
What?
Why are you here?
Well, I was doing some nice sales, and I came through a door, and I found myself behind this, and, well, I've been doing sales here. It's been a bit slow, though.
Sales in the middle of a dungeon.
Yes, it does happen.
Insight check. Natural 20.
He is telling the truth.
Okay.
This is not my first rodeo, Skippy.
By the way, I love that
I'm
you
getting-
I love that you turned that what is it? Epic PC man joke.
It's Resident Evil. The random
okay.
merchants just keeps popping up while you're exploring the village of undead.
We've been doing this since the 90s.
Apparently, okay. So I'm assuming that the lightning thing looks dangerous and not inviting.
Correct.
And is there a large pile of loot over there in the corner for sure?
That might be his.
Does look
That's
like
what
it,
I'm gonna
yes.
ask. Hey, is that your stuff over there, Habib?
Oh, yes, that is a small amount of the merchandise that I have for sale currently. Unfortunately, my cart did not seem to make the passage with me.
What do you got on you?
Oh, well, I have a variety of things. I have some very brand new boots, and an amulet, and a ring, and an interesting collar, and a magical bell.
Did you say interesting color?
Collar.
Collar.
Yep, goes
Oh,
around your
collar. I was like, what qualifies as interesting color?
You can't understand what he's saying through his accent?
Does the collar have a leash with it?
It does not, but it does appear to be slightly spiked. There is a symbol on the front, when he holds it up for you, that looks like a cat of nine tails.
Do I even
Guys,
need to roll for religion?
guys,
I could just name
We
it.
don't
can't I?
have time
Yeah,
to get kinky. We don't have time to get kinky.
Hey, as somebody who played a cleric of Ilmater, I'm fully in support of getting anything that's Ilmater related. It was one of my favorite clerics, man. I just flagellated myself all the time.
Hey, Abib. Last time I talked to you back in town, you were gonna go pick up a port key for me.
Oh, yes.
Have you made any progress on that?
I did. Unfortunately, it is sitting in my wagon, which, as you can see, I don't have.
Where did you last leave your wagon?
Oh, I was over in Port Luskin.
And
This
so
is
you,
Port
you,
Luskin.
you went through a door and ended up here?
Oh, yes. I was reading one of my favorite child's books, and then I went through the door because he was asleep, and then I was here.
Why, you got abducted from your house?
Well, it wasn't my house. You see, we were staying at an inn.
Okay.
So, Abib, do you control the Shocky Blue thing between us, or is that?
Oh, golly gosh, no. It has made sales very, very hard. I have to pass things underneath when it is angled at just the right time. Otherwise, either I or my customers get kind of zappy.
Do you know how to disable it?
If I did, I would not be sitting here, my friend.
Just because you know how doesn't mean you are able.
Oh, no. It is technology that I do not know about.
You tried breaking
looks,
it?
Looks very Smurf Neblin to me. I did. It did shocky to me, and I have not been quite talking the same ever since.
I look over to the other side to the other room. I'm like, do you know what did that over there?
Oh no,
Pointing to the
that
floor.
nothing except for a couple other adventuring parties and some very dark dwarves came in.
Oh, so you've seen other adventuring parties come through here.
Oh yes, how do you think I made this money?
Fair enough.
Like I
How
don't generally
long
just leave money.
Have you
lying
been
around.
stuck here?
You see him turn around, and there's like scratch marks on the wall.
Yep.
Honestly, I'm not too sure because the there's no light, but I think about 5 days.
And several adventuring parties have come through.
Oh yes.
What do you mean there's no light? He's got lightning right behind him. He should be able to see the wall.
No daylight. So I don't know what time it
Oh.
is.
Okay, well, let's talk business then.
Oh yes. How can I help you today?
Okay, so you said you have a ring?
Yes. A very fortunate. Did I say ring? Yes. A ring of focused force. I'm sorry. It's very
Focused
forceful.
force.
Yes.
Huh. And you had a collar with a whip on it?
Yes. It is the victorious color of Loviatar. Makes you feel real good when you kill something.
And what else? I'm guessing temporary hit points on a kill, but
That would probably make a lot of sense if I knew how to say that in character, yes.
you feel revivified after you kill. Okay,
You said
and-
there was an amulet as well?
Oh yes, the amulet of foreboding intent allows you to be more foreboding when you're being grumpy at people. You know, with the ooh and the r.
And the
That
boots?
sounds like it might be up my alley.
The boots are of the unbreakable mind. Makes you better at taking hits and keeping your spells from fizzling when you take those hits.
That could come in handy.
Huh.
Hey, Navarra, you got an empty 2-minute slot.
Was there? That's ring, amulet, boot. You said a belt.
Collar.
Oh yeah, belts.
Belt? Did I say belt? I don't think I said
Yes.
Did
Yes,
I?
you
said
said
belt.
Yes, you did.
No, bell.
You're being
Bell, my
recorded.
friend. Ring.
Oh, bell.
Yes.
Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring.
Mhm.
Hello, is that you?
Yes.
Well,
What's
what's
the
that
bell?
do?
What you see the bell go green, pink it up and say yellow.
And
What?
Is that really what it does? You pick it up and you say hello?
Well, no, that was a joke. Bad joke. I'm sorry. The bell
By the
allows.
way, I love how you wrote an in-game excuse for why it's going to be so hard for you to pick up the accent again.
The bell, it does allow for you to cast the Bane spell.
The what spell?
The Bane
Shatter.
The opposite of the bless spell.
Oh.
Bane.
Yes, the Bane.
Ah, yes, great spell.
Yes, that one right there.
Okay, so the only one that I'm really not sure about is the collar. I don't know what that means. It makes you happy to kill people.
Well, you feel better if you've been injured. Or even not injured.
Basically, it heals,
No,
or it gives you.
not quite healing. Just makes you feel a bit better.
Okay.
I mean,
In game mechanics terms, what's the talent or
Whenever the bearer kills a creature, they gain temporary hit points equal to the creature's CR.
no, not the color, talisman or
Oh, the
Yeah.
bell?
no
Amulet.
amulet.
Amulet. Once per day, you grant yourself advantage on any intimidation check. Rawr.
This is a rar.
Yes.
Rawr, Francis, rawr.
don't know. The temp HP when you kill someone sounds like someone could benefit from it. If it's attuned, I don't know who could benefit from it.
Actually, I currently have an empty attunement slot.
That's what I was thinking, was just the ability to grab some extra, because temp HP doesn't stack, so it would replace any current temp HP you have. Does it do it automatically, or do you choose to let it give you the temp HP?
Oh, it happens anytime that you kill a creature, yes.
And it's equal to their challenge rating, so it's actually pretty good.
Is it?
Not so
do
good
you
if you're
have
killing
to?
kobolds.
Ah,
You
but
feel a little better every time you kill one.
yes, but you kill them so often, it just keeps going.
But it doesn't stack.
No,
Yes,
but
that one's-
if they do a little bit of damage to you and then you kill one of them. Oh, you were there for the cobalt room, were you? No, you weren't. We had a run-in with a lot of kobolds.
I mean, if somebody in the party doesn't get temp HP easy and is on the front line a lot and has the 2-min slot, I'd be willing to pick that up for him.
How
I'd
much
say
for
that'd be good.
how much for the collar?
Well, I tell you what, I give you all these magic items. You get me out of this room.
Oh, that's a deal.
Puzzle. Check out the fountain.
All right,
Well-
if that's the case, Draho is motivated to get something done now. Kibble,
hey,
get in here and look at this.
Habib,
If,
the other adventurers that you saw and those dwarves, what were they doing exactly?
Well, most of them said that they were coming to either deliver supplies or to kill some sort of Knight of Death.
Right,
Wow, I feel so cheap and used. We're not his only party of enemies.
So,
Well, the
so
only-
they were delivering supplies to the room across the way?
Oh, not that one particularly. They came in through that door, and then they went through that door, and then they were gone. But they were dragging supplies with them. Many crates and things of food. Yes, definitely. It on one of the barrels absolutely said flour, and on another said sugar.
So I guess while Kibble's investigating that, I'll go over with Misaki and look at the other room.
Yeah, I want Kibble to investigate this lightning trap, see if he can find a source of energy or anything.
Trying to bake an evil cake. I'm gonna look at the fountain.
Okay.
Ooh, 22 for Kibble's investigate.
So he definitely thinks that it's a. Let's do this the right way. Well, it's definitely a mechanical contraption, and it probably has something that we can maybe turn off somewhere. Because I wouldn't expect that would be on the inside. Because if it was on the inside, then Mr. Habib could get out and kill more kobolds.
Mr. Habib doesn't kill kobolds. He gives us stuff to. You know what? It's not important.
Not kill kobolds, just facilitate the means to kill kobolds.
We can choose to or not.
Okay.
So, where do you think the power source would be, Kibble? Draw a conclusion. You're smart. I put you through college.
Well, I'd need to see the plans. They might be around somewhere. Probably in an office.
Office. Okay. Where's... I mean...
So Navarro,
Hey,
what
it's
are
not
you
a 2. I'll
investigating?
take it. I was just going to check out whatever's in the other room.
Okay, so going into the room,
Yes.
you see A, a crate to your right, B, a crate to your left, and C, that massive pile of gemstones. They are exceptionally lustrous in color.
Okay. Anything inside of the crates?
Which one are you opening first?
I guess we'll start with the one on the top.
Top one. Within that particular crate, as you open it, this kind of rusted smell pours itself out, getting it more open. There's a variety of like armor, weapons, and other things that are all heavily rusted within it.
Okay. And
They
the
aren't
bottom one?
slimy?
They are not slimy, no.
Okay.
Is there sound coming from the other box?
There is not.
Okay. It's saying there might be a large cockroach-looking creature.
Perception to notice anything else about this room?
You definitely get the feeling that within the light stones that are set up, there is some form of pattern going on.
It's the thing that's going to attack us. It's have damage. What's with the fountain? Do I do perception, inspection?
Specifically, it's going through the pattern of rainbow colors in that direct order.
Hey, Kibble,
Yeah?
look at the flashing order the lights are going in.
And you guys see Kibble turn towards one of the lights and his eyes just kind of dilate out.
Oh, right, light sensitivity.
I can't see anything but colors.
Okay,
How
look
long
away.
am I supposed to look at these?
Look away from them.
Stop looking, Kibble. That was a
Okay.
bad idea.
I'm gonna look at the fountain.
Unfortunately, that was ignorance on Masaki's part.
Okay.
Someone want to open that bottom chest? I've already
Yeah, I
done
was
that.
going to say, I was going to check that next.
Within that one, you find fresh weapons, armor, and like pots and pans.
Huh. What about
That's
the
interesting.
gems?
Going
do
through the
any
gem
of-
pile?
I'm not.
I like when you ask questions like that.
Who's playing with the shinies?
I will leave that to somebody who cares more about the shinies than I do.
Okay.
Draho.
Well, hang on,
All of you
Yes.
sigh at anything that's potentially going to get you killed.
because when Navarro leaves, I will kind of post up at the doorway
Okay.
because I don't trust the pile of shinies,
Okay.
and we've got other things to figure out first before we investigate the obvious pile of loot.
Well, let's look at the fountain. What does it say?
Yeah.
Anything special about it?
So the fountain, other than being just a kind of standard stone statue, down at the bottom you do see coins, gems, and the base of it looks very rough, like it's either got slots or a metal grate, something down there that looks different than a stone bottomed fountain lid.
It drains.
Well, we should probably empty it first so nothing gets caught in the drain.
What's the greenish looking thing on the bottom? Is that just like plant growth or?
Yep, just a little bit of algae that's spilled out.
Okay.
Hey, Kaiser,
I mean-
what do you think?
Kaizen is fondling his new weapon.
Is that what you call it?
That's why he's hiding in a corner.
Kaizen is busy.
Hey, Kaiser, get out here.
Oh, what?
Tell what it looks like.
Stop polishing and come out.
All right. I mean, it's a fountain. It's got stuff in it. Stuff you probably shouldn't mess around with. It's got inlays. There's a bunch of shinies. Do the shinies fit in the inlays?
Who wants to try?
Well, we know who's not. Wait, who does want to try?
Are there specific?
I will use my brain meat and visually examine the pieces, and then visually examine the indentations on the fountain. Do they look like they might fit?
They do. Oddly, all of the gems have a specific set of sides that look like they would fit the holes within there. So
Sweet.
the red ones can, the blue ones can, the green ones can, etc., etc. There's a total
Okay.
of 6 of those spaces.
And do they
down there.
follow a rainbow pattern?
Not all the gems, no. So there's red, yellow, blue, purple. Yep, just those 4.
Okay, and
But is it the same pattern that's being flashed through? Is it the same spectrum that's going through the lights in the room?
Only partially.
okay,
Or go ahead. Art.
What
I
is there
never
a
thought-
shape that does not have a corresponding gemstone?
There is not.
I
Okay.
have a thought. She probably put the colors, the particular colors in only when it reaches that color on the lights.
I was thinking that also, and that maybe you said there were gems in the water.
There are.
Are they the missing corresponding colors?
They all look to be slotted in already.
But are they the missing colors?
They are.
Okay.
I would suggest everyone kind of hide in the room and let us test this theory of if the colors should go in when the color appears in the light.
Everybody that doesn't have elemental resistance or some other type of awesome, get foe.
And I'm gonna guess too that because mine only applies when I'm raging, and yours applies to you all the time.
That means you. And besides, if this goes wrong, you're going to be the one that has to come get me.
that's fair.
And then I tie a rope around my waist and I hand it to you. If it goes bad, pull, please.
Okay.
So you guys are all you're basically telling us to go get out of the room.
That is precisely what I'm telling you to do.
I'm gonna fold my arms and stand there. No.
Misaki, maybe you better come down here in case.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I'll come down here in case there's healing that needs to be done.
No, I'm not
Don't
leaving.
go.
I'm gonna help you.
Sweet.
Draho.
Go grab
Draho.
the first stone.
Okay.
No. You grab the stone.
I knew you were going to be a bitch. I knew you wouldn't be able to do this. That's why I told you to go.
What?
You obviously can't handle
it. You think you know me? You think you know Draho?
I do know you, Draho. I know you very well. And then I hold up a ruby. It's a very, very similar ruby. I've held it up in front of your face 3 times now. I know you perfectly well.
You think that I would just go grab those gems because you said I'm... No, I'm not doing it. You do it. No. You expect me to grab them, so I'm not going to. How do you like that? That mess with your plan?
I actually expected you to sit here and weasel out of it. That's what I expected you to do. Because when it comes to you...
well, now I'm going to do it. How do you like that? And I'm going to go pick up the gems and come back.
This is both annoying and fantastic.
Isn't it?
I love it because there's 3 aspects to this that are all overlapping, so I really have no choice but to be completely a dick.
One.
Like, there's 3 aspects to my insanity, and currently you're hitting like 2 of those 3 at the same time.
Also, note that you don't have a rope attached to you.
He don't need no stinking rope.
It's an experiment.
Don't ruin it. Let it go.
Just pay attention. It's an experiment.
This thing's going to get Draho killed. So I'm going to start by picking up all of one color and coming back to the fountain.
Okay.
So let's start with red. I'll pick up every red one. Figure out where they're supposed to go in it.
And what color are you waiting for the lights?
Red.
Okay,
So,
great.
functionally, there are a total of 6 slots that are open. You see that they're meshing through their way of that rainbow set. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Intelligence what?
Just
Non-proficiency, so just intelligence.
Okay, just a straight intelligence.
You're not proficient with brains.
Why?
Because you're you.
Because you're not proficient with
insane.
brains.
Oh,
See?
that's a 10.
You figure that there are 2 slots that the red should go in.
2 slots.
Yep, 2 of the 6.
You know what? God, 2 slots that they go in. But there's 6 of them, so why would there only be 2 slots?
Because the other colors.
Yep. So within the pool, you're seeing patterns of that rainbow color. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet.
Okay.
Leave it to Ketty to make us play Bejeweled Sudoku.
That's what I'm feeling like.
What's with this placing color pattern?
I'm going to acquire gems of the other missing colors.
Okay. So you end up picking up yellow, blue, and violet.
Violet, you're turning violet, Violet.
Indeed.
Oh,
Well, I mean, I think there's 2 that the red will go in. Can I get to both of them at the same time?
Yeah, they're both roughly close enough for that.
When it turns red, I'm going to place both of them in us during the red light.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check.
check your saving throw.
Check.
Okay.
All right. You managed to slot both of them in during the brief moment that the red is lit up.
An archer, baby, and an elf. I got precision on my side.
Don't get cocky.
So that leaves 4 slots.
Excellent. Go grab more colors from the...
Kaizen.
Yeah, Kaizen, who had the other colors. I'm going to grab your colors and be like, give me the indigo. I'm on a roll.
What colors
Okay.
did...
So, I'm going to take the indigo and figure out where the indigo are supposed to go.
Okay. Give me that intelligence check.
Man, this is high stakes. Yes.
You figure that for the indigo, there's additionally only 2 slots that should go in.
Okay, then I'm going to once again wait for the color shift and then make it happen.
All right, dex check. 16. All right, you slot both of those in during the indigo's turn.
Ha! The best around. No one's ever gonna keep me down. I'm gonna go back to Kaizen and ask for the whatever color he
Yellow.
has. Give me another color.
Yep, so you have yellow and what was the other one?
Blue.
Blue, that's right.
Give me the yellow.
I thought it was
Save
violet.
blue for last because that's your
No,
color.
I just did the violet.
And you just did indigo.
Same
Oh.
difference for the moment.
Well, yeah, I'll take the next color and do the same thing again. Let
All
me
right.
see the intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, 12. Well, that was okay last time. Let's hope it sticks with it.
Yep, so you figure there's only one specific slot that should go in. Dex check.
Okay, let's.
It's almost as if you're familiar with basic shapes.
Bam! Perfection.
Indeed. You slot that in right at the right time. And for the last color.
The last color.
Should only be one hole.
Oh, blue, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So, let me intelligence this guy. That should be good enough.
Well, there's only one slot. You figure it goes there.
Positive elimination.
Well, we're gonna do it again. So, whoa, that did not roll where it was supposed to.
Okay.
I want to inspiration that.
All right.
Do I want to? Do I trust the 12? Let me see what my lowest dex was prior to this.
Stewie, you've got a force reroll still
16.
floating in the screen.
So 16
Here's
was
what
my
I'm going to
We're
tell
almost
you,
done.
Draho.
Like, we're gonna
Could
have to
you
wrap-
tolerate being wrong if you mess this up?
Oh,
Because if you can't, you've got to spend that reroll.
speaking to his ego.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, Himuri, you've got that forced reroll out there, don't you? I'll just use that. We'll take the risk.
I
No
think
guts,
those
no
force
glory.
rerolls are more to hurt Draho than help Draho.
It don't matter. This is probably going to hurt Draho.
Yeah, he can roll a 1.
This is going to hurt him a lot more than it's going to hurt us.
Come on. 13.
5% better. Are we sticking with it?
You know what?
Look at it.
Let's
Look at it
do
this
it.
way. It's 10 o'clock. It's going to be over soon. So
Yeah, let's do it. Let's take the third. Nope. I've got inspiration. Game's almost over. Burn my inspiration.
Okay.
Gotta go big or go home.
Gonna roll a 1.
Why?
Bum.
use my inspiration.
No, let it go.
Let him have it. Let him have it.
Oh, I rolled in that one. Does anyone love me?
Use my inspiration.
Not a, yeah. We got
Teddy
inspirations
burns
to
half the
burn, man.
Team's inspiration to find out it is completely a MacGuffin that we made up.
18, we're good with it.
Okay. So, with that, you hear the lightning crackle. A weird whirring sound. And that's where we're going to pick up next game. As always, thank you all for coming and watching, and for the players coming and playing. See you guys next week.
Peace.
Have a good night.